Welcome to Four Records. My name's Forrest. This week we got Gorrissey from the Mismiths. How's it going?
What's up?
You had like a really diverse picks for this. It was awesome. It was good to get a little bit a little different than what I usually listen to.
Yeah, it was close to impossible for me to pick these things.
First one was Twisted Sister Stay Hungry.
Yeah,
How does that come about 0 to 10?
yeah, because I don't know, when you're a kid, you just kind of like whatever. But I
Mhm.
liked Michael Jackson, and then the first band I really liked was Duran Duran. But then I want to say like the fourth or fifth grade, I heard this music. I was at my friend's house, and his brother was in the seventh grade, and I thought he was enormous and like so old. I hear him in the basement, and this is when I lived in New Jersey, and I hear this music. I'm like, what the heck is this? And
Mhm.
I didn't even know if I liked it. I was just so curious about it. I never heard it before. And I went into the basement. He was lifting weights. I was like, what are you listening to? He's like, this is Twisted Sister. It helps me get pumped to lift weights. And I was just like, oh, and I just sat there and just listened to that whole cassette, like while he was lifting weights. And I was like, I think I like this.
Yeah.
It's making me feel weird. Makes me want to like, I don't know, just jump around and yell. And I know it was really exciting. And then I begged my mom to take me to a store to buy the cassette.
Mhm.
And at that point, I didn't realize that bands put out more than one album. So I saw Twisted Sister and I grabbed it and it was You Can't Stop Rock and Roll.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, this is cool, but where are all those songs I heard, like the I Wanna Rock, So We're Not Gonna Take It, Burn in Hell, all those songs. And I was like, then I convinced her to go back there and get another one. And the cover of Stay Hungry as a fourth, fifth grader looked pretty scary. I know it sounds ridiculous right now, but yeah, it's got Dee Snider biting into that whatever.
Oh, he's got the bone.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like biting and he's like, looking all crazy. That's the album that sent me into the obsession of music, and then I discovered all kinds of hair bands and MTV was kind of happening at the time. And
Mhm.
yeah, all the hair bands and metal. And that was a big turning point in my life. And Michael Jackson wasn't my favorite anymore.
Was "Burn in Hell" the song that they play in Pooh's Big Adventure when he's going through the back lot at the end?
Yep.
That's where I thought I heard that from. I'm like, I've heard this song.
Yeah, it's funny. I used that song "Burn in Hell." We put out a t-shirt design for one of our songs, "Send Them to Hell." When I was on Instagram posting, I was like, "Burn in Hell, that fits with the t-shirt design
Mhm. Nice.
for a story." I don't know if that's that interesting, but
Yeah, no, no, it's cool. It's cool. The other song that hit me, because I'm a big Howard Stern. I was a big Howard Stern kid, and
yeah.
so D was on there. I don't know if there was a lot, but like enough to where I heard him on there. Is Horatoria based? Is that what he based that movie he made off? That Strangeland movie?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Strange Movie. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
not
he
totally
was
sure about that.
with the Captain How. Okay, well, because he was Captain Howdy in that, and that's what that Horatoria is about. And I think it's like that.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I forgot about that movie. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's I only saw it like once when it came out, like like late '90s, right?
Something like that. I
Yeah,
don't even know if I saw it.
it's weird. My aunt was like way into all these like weird ass movies, so there'd just be strange shit on all the time, like Freaked, no, yeah, Freaked, and this one, oh God, what's the one where they're turning the people into dog food? Like it was a fucking bunch of weird ass movies.
Yeah. Yeah, and Twisted Sister was just like the hardest working band too. There's a lot of cool like documentaries and live concert footage. And they just looked insane at the time. They yeah, with all the makeup and just holy crap, those guys can play and Dee can sing his ass off too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt dangerous as a fourth, fifth grader.
When your mom was that, were they doing the PRMC shit with him at that point, or had they?
No,
Was
that was a
it
little later.
was a little later, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that with Tipper Gore and that whole thing.
Because the Horatoria would be like the I don't know if that would be the one.
He was really outspoken about it, as was like Frank Zappa and yeah, all those guys.
Yeah, John. Actually, the other one on there was John Denver.
Yeah, anyone who believes in freedom of speech or whatever.
Yeah,
I,
but
I feel I feel like NWA kind of set that off.
yeah, probably.
I mean, I guess any metal band or yeah, because Ozzy was always getting sued and Judas Priest was getting sued. They're like, yeah, if you play this record backwards, it'll have satanic messages, and they were blaming Ozzy for the suicide of someone because of his Suicide Solution song.
Yeah,
Had nothing to do with killing yourself.
yeah.
People don't know how to read lyrics, apparently.
No, no, they don't. The only other thing I've ever seen him D. Snyder on was like 4 or 5 years ago. He was on Family Feud.
Okay. Oh, I
With
saw that.
Yeah, it was fun. Like he I've always I always liked him on Stern, and so every time I see him, I'll kind of stop and like look at what he's doing because it's always like he's always 100% like committed to whatever he's doing, and he's always like super fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, and the thing about Dee Snider, he's always been like a sober guy. Like he's never been high or drunk his entire life. As a kid, before I discovered hardcore and straight edge music,
Hmm.
that really appealed to me because, yeah, everyone around me was like, experimenting with drugs and alcohol, and I was just like, just don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So him, Gene Simmons, or even Steven Tyler was talking about sobriety and stuff, and I was like, yeah, well, yeah. Once I started discovering, I was like, I discovered Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin, and I'm like, I want to see them someday. Oh, they died,
they all
they
died.
overdosed, or they choked on their vomit. You know, there's so many like people that died because of this, and I was just like, that doesn't seem cool to me.
Yeah,
And it was such a bummer, and yeah, that was kind of the beginning of me just, being the straight edge guy. I mean, most of my friends drink, my wife drinks. I don't care what other people do. It's just my own personal
yeah.
choice. And seeing crazy guys like him or Gene Simmons or whoever, and I was like, okay, I can still like be cool and rock and roll and not put all this poison in my body.
Well, speaking of hardcore, your next one was "Sick of It All," the We Stand Alone EP. So when I listened to it, I had to go on YouTube and find it because I didn't find it on Spotify.
Oh shit.
But it had a live version after it. Like I had a live set afterwards. So it had
Yeah.
like the three songs, and then it was a live set, and it was a good fucking set.
Yeah, this second record to choose was really hard for me because yeah, I mean there's so many hardcore and punk rock bands that mean so much to me, like the Ramones and the Clash, and I almost said Garage Days Revisited, the
Mhm.
Metallica cover album that came out in like 87. Because I was in seventh grade and I was so into hair metal. And that my friend was just like, dude, that shit's for pussies. Listen to this. And he gave me a copy cassette of Garage Days. He's like, this is speed metal, man. I was like, okay. And I listened to it and I didn't like it. I was just like, this sounds insane. Like I don't even understand what's going on. And I didn't realize it was a covers album,
Yeah.
EP. And there's two Misfits songs on there, Last Caress and Green Hell. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I like these songs. I like these Metallica songs. As a seventh grader, I was like, okay, that's cool. Um,
Is that where
so
the joke comes from in the set?
a little bit, yeah. No, but I remember like all the Metallica guys are wearing Misfit shirts, like in magazines and
Yeah.
concert footage. And I saw the collection one with the Misfit skull on a cassette, and I was like, oh, it's that band Metallica. I mean, the band Metallica always has that band on their shirt, and that's why I bought it.
Hmm.
Then I was just like, and then I heard Last Caress on there. I was like, wait, what? That's not Metallica's song. I was so confused, and I was like, wait, this guy sounds like that Glenn Danzig guy too. Must just be coincidence. Oh, I just sidetracked, sorry. But
Oh,
yeah, at this point I dabbled in hardcore. Like I like Chromatics, Agnostic Front, um, and a lot of punk rock stuff, Exploited, whatever. But I was still like such a metalhead. And I think I just turned 16. It was around 91. I went to the new Titans on the Block show. It was Sepultura, Napalm Death, Sacred Reich, and then this opening band called Sick of It All.
oh, that's a lineup.
And there was a kid I used to surf with who was older, and he's like, "You should go early and check out Sick of It All." He's like, "They're the best band on the bill." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "But I'll go check it out."
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, we got there early, and they went on, and I was like, "Okay, these guys have short hair," and there's like, I'd never been around like skinheads and like for real hardcore dudes and punk rockers, and they just started playing, and I was used to like just the silly metal moshing, and these people look like they knew fucking kung fu, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was just a different kind of dancing, and then when Lou Kohler started singing, I was like, holy shit, this dude is screaming so loud, just as loud as Tom Araya, except in between songs he would talk about what his songs are about, and I was just like relating to everything he was saying, whether it be the justice system or just unity in the scene or just, you know, just a lot of cool counterculture, hardcore shit, which I've never heard bands say. It's usually like, throw up your horns and fucking,
Yeah.
satanic shit or whatever it is. But I was just like, wow, I could really relate to this guy. And then I remember him saying, hey, come check us out at our next show at Middlesex County College. We're playing with Resurrection up front, Vision, Mouthpiece, all these bands I never heard of. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I grabbed a flyer and I actually went to that show too. And at that point, they only had their first album out, Blood, Sweat, Tears, and they were kind of touring on that We Stand Alone 7-inch EP, whatever. And I immediately got that, and
Mhm.
yeah, it just changed my life forever. And I just wanted to cut my hair. And yeah, I discovered so much freaking hardcore that just changed everything. I discovered, fanzines and vegetarianism, or, you know, even got deeper into like straight edge music. And yeah, that was why I picked that album, because that was just like a full on shift for me personally.
Nice. So I dug it. I dug it. I maybe remember I have Blood, Sweat, and No Tears. Like I bought it somewhere used, and I didn't listen to it as much as I should have, and now I'm all like, why the fuck did I listen to this?
That, those songs are so killer, but there's something missing in it, like energy. I don't know what it is. Like, yeah, because I bought Blood Sweat after I bought We Stand Alone, and I was like, this isn't as hard as this. Maybe Lou just wasn't used to singing in the studio. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I wasn't stoked on it, you know?
Yeah. I did like that they do a Minor Threat song that's a, kind of a
Yep.
deeper cut Minor Threat song too.
Betrayed. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm all like, oh, they're not doing I Don't Want to Hear It.
Yeah, because I remember them doing that too, and I was like, oh shit. Because I was dabbling in Minor Threat at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
found Minor Threat about 13 or 14, something like
dude, it
that.
was hard to pick this next record. But I had picked that Sick of It All record because that's what really just flipped my world upside down. It's when I really started going to hardcore shows.
Nice, nice. So who else
Fuck
did
it, you
you?
know?
So you went to that one. Who else did you start going to go see outside of Sick of It All?
Oh my God. All the 90s, early 90s bands. A lot of victory bands like, the Snapcase,
Hmm.
Earth Crisis, Bloodlet, yeah, all those type of bands. Biohazard was really Biohazard and Sick of It All used to play together all the time. I don't know, like Sheer Terror. I guess Cro-Mags was Harley was singing at that point. A lot of drama with that band.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I loved Vision. Trying to look at my leg. I got all kinds of tattoos. Yeah, just and yeah, I got a lot of crossover, like crossover hardcore metal bands, DRI, Leeway, uh Vision of Disorder. I don't know. There's so many bands.
Yeah. And you're still in New Jersey at that point?
Yeah. And there was a lot of straight edge bands. There was a lot of local bands out there, you know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it was just a lot of bands. I
Nice.
feel like I was at a show like at least 3 times a week. It was like such a,
Dang.
yeah, New York scene was fucking awesome back in the 90s.
Sounds like it. So
Yeah,
then
it
how
was
far
fun.
from so wait, so where in Jersey were you that how far were you from like New York?
Well, I was on the Jersey Shore, like Monmouth County area near Asbury Park. I don't know, maybe an hour or less,
Oh, okay. Is that
depending
taking
on
like a train
traffic.
in?
Or you could just take the train in, yeah.
Okay,
New
cool.
Jersey Transit. Yeah, so I was in New York all the time for shows.
Nice, nice, nice.
I was still very much a metalhead.
Yeah.
I would go see Pantera. I would go see Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, all those bands all the time still.
Nice.
And I was still so into hair metal. I saw
That's
the Poisons, the Motley Crues, all that stuff.
that seems to be that thing that just sticks with a lot of people, no matter what. Like, no matter when they got into it, like I feel like it just sticks with them no matter what. And everybody's and no matter and there's always like there'll always be a group of people that are like, what? No, and then there's this one person that's like, nope, this was my thing, and I love it. And like they just and they'll defend it. And it may not be for me, but I appreciate the shit out of it and respect the shit out of it.
I mean, to this day, Tommy Lee's still like my favorite drummer.
He's a good fucking drummer. I mean, you can't.
The monster.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want.
Yeah, I
He was
felt like
good.
I needed to put a Motley Crue album on this list too. It was just you only gave me four things, so I was like, ugh, it was really hard. Yeah, once I saw that video of Wild Side and Tommy Lee turning upside down,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, I was like, I want to be a drummer. I want to flip upside down. Still never have, but
yeah. Do you still drum right now, or are you just singing mostly?
um, I mean, I just sing mostly. Sometimes I hop on the drums here and there. Like on this new EP, I kind of wrote that Ripper song with the drums first. I was like, I want to do this weird like intro and I want it to be this fast. And yeah, I kind of showed my drummer. I was like, do this, but put your own thing on it, obviously. And then
Awesome,
I then
awesome.
I wrote the guitar parts and then the lyrics. And so that song I actually wrote with the drums in mind first.
Nice.
I would love to play drums. It just takes a lot for me to pick up the sticks. A, you got to pay me,
Yeah.
especially if I don't like your music. Or I have to love your music so much that I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to do this. But
Yeah.
I haven't really heard anything since. I used to be in a band called The Art. It was an Australian band. That's probably the last time I was like really happy playing drums in a band.
Mhm.
And before that, I was in a band called River City Rebels. They had some records on Victory.
Yeah, I've heard of River City Rebels before.
Yeah, I played drums in a band called Fast Times, Worthless United. I was playing with Jesse Malin for a minute. I never got to play a show, but that was big for me.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
if you know Jesse Malin. He was in a
Yeah,
band
yeah,
called
yeah.
Degeneration or whatever,
Yeah.
or Heart Attack, one of the first New York hardcore bands.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no. I've heard.
I'm totally straying off. I'm sorry.
No, no, dude, it's fine. Like I said, this I
That's the
think
way my brain works.
no, it's fine, it's fine. Um, so your 20s, we'll go there. You had Morrissey Maladjusted.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like full blown hardcore guy. Like I'm putting on shows. I'm putting out my own fanzine. Um, yeah, I'm just a total hardcore punk rocker. And at the time I was dating this girl and I don't know if it was for my birthday or she was just being nice, but yeah, she bought me this Morrissey Maladjusted CD and I looked at her, I go, what the hell is this? And she's like, I don't know. you're like a vegetarian. He's a vegetarian. I thought you would like it. And I was just like,
That was
why would you think I would like this crap? Like I was I was semi-ignorant at the time when it came to music. I was just
yeah,
like, oh, that's for pussies, or I probably said something worse for the for the era of terrible things we used to say. It kind of pissed me off, and it sat on my dresser for like I want to say a couple of weeks, and then I don't know. I remember this day I just didn't have anything to do. And I was like, oh, I'll open it up, and I put it on, and I was like, oh, this is weird the way the intro is, you know.
yeah.
And then like I was like, what's going on? I'm like, oh fuck, am I starting to like this? And then I just laid in my bed in a CD from start to finish. I'm just laying there and I was like, oh man,
Oh,
holy shit, these lyrics are fucking amazing. This music and this dude's voice is so fucking weird. But I like it. And I just kept playing and playing. I was just like, God damn it. I was like so mad at how much I liked it. Yeah, because like, in high school, I was like the metal guy. Then there was like the alternative kids who liked, you know, The Cure, Echo Bunnymen, Smiths, all that stuff. I was like,
yeah,
oh, that's not for me. I'm too cool and tough for that. Yeah, I went to the record store and I bought like a couple more Morrissey CDs and I saw that Smith's Greatest Hits. There was like one and two. I was like, ah, fuck it, I just bought those. Yeah, and I was like, from that day on, I was like in trouble. I was just like, oh my God, this is all so good. I
yeah.
don't even know. I don't think Maladjustice is his best album, but it's the album that obviously
That got you. That got you hooked.
ending up in this stupid band.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but that's the one that set it off for me and forever being a fan of Morrissey. That was in like 96 or 7, whenever this happened.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have a Trouble Loves Me tattooed across my chest. That's from that
Oh,
album too.
nice. I yeah. Some of this, like, I was kind of the same way. I don't like solo Morrissey. I like the Smiths because you have Johnny Marr there to kind of counter him and kind of keep Morrissey in check a bit.
Mhm.
I like covers of Morrissey songs. Like I found a bunch of covers that I love.
Yeah.
Just Morrissey solo I couldn't do, but this I was like same thing, kind of like, oh fuck, is this good?
Yeah. There's some bangers on there.
Well, Maladjusted felt a little bit like How Soon Is Now to me a bit, just the way like it was structuring. Like I'm listening to it, I'm all. It's kind of like the way not like the effects on the guitar, but the way like the chords were structured. It felt a little bit like How Soon Is Now, just like kind of I don't know, maybe stripped down a bit.
His players are always going to be kind of influenced by the Smiths for sure. Morrissey always has the sickest lineup of band members, especially guitar players. Yeah, like Alan White or Boz. Like, there's just been some amazing guitar players. People get mad, but I prefer the Morrissey solo over Smiths. But
Alma Mater, I liked Alma Mater, but it felt like the type of like music the Smiths weren't trying to make. Like it feels very anti-Smiths in a way.
yeah, that he still plays that song live, like
Oh,
a
does he?
lot. Yeah,
It
it's funny.
was
I got a friend who loves that song so much, and every time I go see him, I'll like videotape a little clip of Alma Mater and send it to her.
so how
Like,
far into the Morrissey we know is Morrissey at this point when this record comes out? Like the kind of like the demanding like everything be vegan at the wherever he's playing. Like the how far into the like the demandy
I think he's always
Morrissey
been
are
like
we?
that. I don't know, because I started going to his shows soon after that too.
Yeah.
I think the first time I saw him was at Radio City Music Hall in New York.
Shit.
I think I went, yeah, I went by myself. That was pretty life changing for me too.
Was it one of those? So she had you broken up with that girl at that point, or did she? Or she was like, "I just bought it for you because he's a vegan."
Yeah, I don't think we're together at that point. I'm still friends with her to this day. Yeah, she's rad. She married my friend Rob, and they have 4 kids in Kauai, Hawaii, and I visit them a couple times.
Nice, nice. Is she
But yeah,
like?
it's her fault.
About to say, did she always say it's my fault that you're in this band?
Yeah, kind of.
But I understood it a little bit. I understood like why people like him a little bit more after listening to this record. Like it wasn't. I didn't. For someone who's not a Morrissey fan, I dug this record. It was a better record than I thought it was going to be.
Dude, there's better records if you want more
Don't tell me
suggestions.
that, please.
Yeah, like your
um,
Arsenal, Viva Hate. Yeah, there's a lot of good Morrissey records. Even a lot of the new ones are good too. Some aren't as good as others.
and then was Ambitious Outsiders a song about homelessness?
Shit, I don't know. I haven't listened to that song in a long time.
So as he's been a little bit more vocal about his views that people don't agree with, has that changed the way that people see his songs, like certain of his songs at all, do you think?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like
You know,
people think he's like a racist and all this. Do you think that's changed like any of the meanings of his songs to people, do you think?
it seems like the people who have problems with him still listen to his music just as much, but they won't go see him live, but they'll come see my band.
Yeah. Well,
No,
you
I get that all the time. People are like, "Oh man, I love the Smiths and Morrissey, but I fucking hate Morrissey. But I like coming to see you guys." I'm like, okay. And the
neat.
opposite, and on the other side, people are like, "Oh, Misfits are my favorite band, but I don't want to see them in stadiums and arenas, and they never play much."
They
I'm
played
like,
when I saw them, they played a good they pretty much hit everything I wanted them to play when I saw the Misfits.
"Oh yeah, dude, I think they're awesome."
Yeah, they were.
I've seen the reunion lineup like 5 times
Oh shit,
all
dude.
over the country.
I saw like the first one at the Forum, and then I haven't been back. I want to go back. I just haven't had the chance to go back.
I bought a ticket for Denver, Colorado. That was going to be their first show as the Misfits, Doyle, Jerry, Glenn, whatever. I was like, I'm going to go to the first one, and then they announced the second show, which was Riot Fest in Chicago, and I was like, and I looked at the lineup, and Morrissey was on it. I was like,
You're
what
like,
the fuck? And Morrissey wasn't at the Denver one. I was like, the Misfits and Morrissey are playing on the same card. That's literally my band. I have So
yeah.
I sold my Denver ticket and I got a Chicago
I
ticket. So I went to the second Misfits show, which kind of pissed me off, but I was like, I gotta go to that. And it was
Yeah.
amazing. The whole crowd was smiling the whole entire time. And the mosh pit was such a nightmare,
Oh, I
but
bet.
I didn't care.
Yeah, no, they when I saw them, they hit everything I wanted them to hit. It was so fucking good. I saw Danzig when he did like a half Misfit set 20
Oh,
years
the
ago.
Legacy, whatever. Yeah, he did Sam
Yeah.
Hain, Danzig. Yeah, I saw that too. That
Yeah.
was cool. Doyle came out.
But okay, so the last album you chose was I'm gonna probably my Spanish pronunciation is fucking horrible, and my wife can make fun of me all the time and just goes it's just the worst. But Mon La Aferte,
I'm a, yeah,
did I say it right?
birthday. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish either, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I liked this album a lot. This was a really like it was great. It was like this was definitely I'm usually just jazz and punk rock, and this was a great little detour.
Yeah, because you said the last album last 5 years, and I'm all like, ugh.
It's five-ish. Like I always say, if you come with one that's like 7 or 8 years, I'm not going to be like, oh, hold on, bud.
Well, I didn't discover this when it came out. I
Yeah,
discovered this like a few years back or whatever it was. Um,
and that's fine too. It doesn't have to be released in that time. Just
yeah, I think I discovered her about 5 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was like, because I was thinking, I was like, what? I guess nothing's really floored me in the past 5 years. There was a band called Drac and the Swamp Rats. Their album isn't out yet, but it is so sick and awesome.
What are they? What kind of music are they?
Horror punk thrash with some Cramps style,
I'm
and they
in.
dress like old school monsters, like Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula. You'll
That's
hear about them, I think. They're awesome.
okay.
But their album's not out yet, so I was like, you can't even hear it. I got an advance copy because I'm a super fan. I hear and see a lot of cool bands that I discover over the years, but I was actually at a Morrissey show. And I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he plays usually around 30 minutes of like music videos before he goes on. And I've discovered quite a few bands from that.
So it'll be
But
like bands that he likes that he's just like, hey, I'm gonna share this with everybody, or
yeah,
just
like he'll show like a video of the New York Dolls or a Ramones song or just some obscure shit that I've never seen, you know?
oh
And
nice.
I always look it up because it's very interesting. You know, like whatever, Nancy Sinatra video. This one video of Mon Laferte, the song was Tu tanta falta de quiere. It was a live footage, which you should watch, of her doing the song with this whole like orchestra band thing. And she just started singing. I was just like, holy shit. And I can't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Like besides like a very basic count to 10, hello, goodbye, thank you, and you're welcome. But
Yeah, mine comes back to me in waves.
dude, she started singing and I felt all these feels like like it was like fucking me up, you know? I was like, what is going on? And I grabbed some random stranger. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And she's like, oh my God, it's Mama Ferte. I was like, and she's singing on this big screen and I'm like feeling super emotional and she's like even crying towards the end. I'm like, I don't know what she's singing about, but I'm feeling it. Holy moly. And the music was rad. She looked fucking cool. And I just like I put it in my phone immediately, like, go check this chick out. Holy moly. And then yeah, I got her album and I was just obsessed and I was like I was trying to translate lyrics. I was like, oh, this is why she's crying. And yeah, I mean, I listened to like all her shit. I have no idea what she's saying, but it
Yeah.
kind of doesn't even matter to me, you know? And I've gone to see her live 3 times now. And I always go with my friend, she's Mexican, and the whole crowd speaks Spanish, makes sense.
Yeah.
She'll say something, everyone's laughing, and I'll grab her like, hey, what did she say? What did she say? Oh my God, she said this. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is funny. Oh, cool. But dude, like music's pretty amazing. The fact that I'm so in love with her talent in music and I don't even know what she's saying most of the time is it's pretty cool. But that's the last 5 years. I mean, I go out of my way to see her all the time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Where did you see
she's
her
from
out here?
Chile, but she relocated to Mexico.
Where did you see her out here?
I saw her at the Wiltern, then I saw her at some like Disney something in Anaheim. Oh, and I saw her at House of Blues in Anaheim too once.
Oh shit, that's like down the street from me.
Yeah, dude, it was kind of a religious experience seeing her. Yeah, she's amazing, man.
I'll
Holy
have to
crap.
go because that's House of Blues. I'm sure she's playing. Is she playing bigger places? I mean, outside the Wiltern and I know I was looking. It looks like she's playing like a week in Mexico City.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the story is, from what I remember, she's from Chile and she relocated to Mexico because she thought she could, you know, do more with her career out there.
Mhm.
The opportunities, I guess. I don't know anything about Chile or much about Mexico actually, but
So my one of my really good friends, his family's Mexican. I used to be over at his house all the time, and whenever there'd be music on, I'd ask him, "What's this about?" And he goes, "Oh, this is about murder." Like there's that joke how like all these songs are about murder. Are any of these songs about murder, or is it just like heartbreak? Because these all sound like heartbreak songs or death songs, not like in the Nick Cave death songs and like the I am mourning, like mourning. I'll say mourning more than death.
yeah, man.
You're like, I don't know, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I like the way she sings and plays guitar and her performances are amazing. Her band always is killer. Yeah, she's a real interesting woman. She's got all these cool traditional tattoos on her. I don't know, she just looks cool.
Was this volume one? Is this a few different EPs? Because they kind of feel like different records at some point.
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
no,
the first thing I got. That's the thing that set me off on being a mega fan.
they kind her music kind of reminds me of another band called the McCharmleys.
Okay.
and they're they kind of do the same thing where it's kind of like older Nancy Sinatra-ish type, like, but you know, but they sing some songs in Spanish and some songs in English. They're from Santa Ana. They kind of do the same type of thing.
Nice.
They're fun too.
She did like an English album in recent years. Didn't hit the same. I think it has something to do with the translating. It sounded very amateurish to me.
Yeah,
Maybe I
it's
need to try again. I don't
yeah.
know.
It's that whole like just how just some words in Spanish sound better than they do in English for whatever you're trying to emote.
Yeah, or just like the writing in your own language could sound real creative and deep, but if you translate it, you might be translating into like a very basic ass word, in that
Yeah.
language. So it just sounds kind of like, I don't know, like,
I make fun of my friend, the same friend, because when he'll be talking to his mom, he'll say something in Spanish and then he'll say cool. Like he'll want to say something like, okay, cool. But he won't say like the Spanish equivalent. He'll say cool. So it'll be something really nice in Spanish and then cool in his American voice. And it's like, I'm like, dude, I'm like, there's no other word. I mean, it sounds weird. And he goes,
yeah,
no, it's cool. And my mom knows what it means. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for this. You said you guys have a bunch of shows coming up through the rest of the year.
ton of shows. We even got shows in February in Florida and Georgia. We're building a tour right now on that. There's talks of going to the UK in April, and we're demoing new songs, and we got a new record out, new
Nice.
video. We have two more videos planned ish right now. Yeah, we're
Okay.
just trying to keep busy and just go full on with this.
Awesome, awesome, man.
It was cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are just the four albums I picked. It was
No,
hard.
they were good albums, man. Like I said, I hadn't listened to all that. I mean, I bought that Twisted Sister album, and I dug what I heard on it.
Yeah, it's still pretty great and fun.
Yeah, I
Music
enjoyed it.
videos are ridiculous. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
Is that that's the one of them has the Mark Metcalf, right, from Animal House?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
want to do with your life?
yeah.
I want to rock. Boom. And they're always like beating that dude up, and it's pretty awesome. As an angsty little kid, that's just like, holy, this is the best thing ever.
Thank you for listening to Four Records. Please check us out on Instagram at Four Records Podcast or email us at fourrecordspodcast@gmail.com. And as always, please keep up with your favorite bands at dyingscene.com.